She can have both of her legs broken and still look like a total boss in her sunglasses. Zoe has broken countless bones.
We stopped counting because it's pointless.
Does it hurt when you break a bone?
Yeah.
Zoe's condition is osteogenesis imperfecta, which means brittle bones, and it has nothing to do with calcium deficiency, which is the most common suggestion I hear from strangers. Have you tried giving her calcium supplements?
You want to give her some milk?
Thanks, she's gonna be 7 years old. I haven't tried that.
This shade of pink.
We were told it was a 1 in 50,000 chance for it to happen to her. She has a mutation in her DNA which causes her OI, and we were told that it was nothing that either of us did or have ever done.
Parents Chelsea and Curtis were first told that something was seriously wrong during pregnancy.
We were doing a 4D ultrasound, and they were able to see her multiple fractures that were fresh and healing already. She had broken ribs. The arms and the legs were about 6 weeks behind what they should have been. So they told us that she had a really severe condition and that she possibly wouldn't make it until her birthday.
I'm gonna give them some toys to play with.
The specialist recommended or suggested that we could just terminate the pregnancy, but it was more than that to us. It was our first child together.
We actually did contemplate the abortion that she was telling us that was the only thing that was humane. And then we were in a panicked state.
There are a couple different types of OI with different severities, and so Zoe was misdiagnosed with the type 2, the most severe, and ended up, her genetic results told us that she had type 3 OI, which is still very severe.
Born in October 2010 with multiple healing fractures, Zoe was in hospital for a week before she was able to come home, and her parents started to adjust to caring for their little girl.
When we were changing Zoe's diaper, in the beginning it took 3 of us, one person to lift up her pelvis, one person to slide the diaper in and out, and then another person to hold her arms because babies have a startle reflex. And I was on arms duty. I gave her just a little bit of room. It was a 1/4 inch to a 1/2 inch, and she startled into my hand. It sounded like a broken chicken bone. Her radius and her ulna just snapped.
Whoa, feet are ahead of you. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Zoe has endured a number of painful surgeries, including one to stop her spine collapsing due to a condition called surgical kyphosis, which would cause internal decapitation.
A really interesting series of x-rays and scans for Zoe. Here in the first picture was one of the first scans that we got for her. You can really see that the spinal cord is completely compressed back there. Zoe has been in her neck brace from the time she was diagnosed with her cervical kyphosis at about 2.5 years old, and is still currently in it.
Now at 6 years old, things are getting a bit easier for the family.
Her being able to tell us, I just broke, or no, you didn't break me, or hold on, please don't move me. Oh, you're using your elbow, good job.
It's so much easier.
Yeah.
I mean, it's day and night.
Nice job.
I got it.
That was a really great job.
Mm-hmm.
Today we came to Tewinkle Park to have fun at the wheelchair accessible playground. Are you excited?
Yeah.
It's one of the only ones in Orange County that Zoe's able to play on because the ground is made out of foam instead of wood chips or sand. She, especially this playground, is able to do everything that the other kids are other than run on their feet, but she can race them just as fast in her wheelchair.
3, 2, 1. Whee!
Yay! Sometimes I worry about her getting hurt if other kids don't know the extent of her condition. Zoe has a big enough voice where she will tell someone, please don't touch my wheelchair, please don't push my wheelchair, and that's very helpful. We have prescription Valium, prescription hydrocodone, just in case she does fracture, and all of the splinting supplies to do it ourselves. We've had that since she was an infant. We carry it with us in our bag everywhere we go.
As well as regular physio to help improve her quality of life, Zoe also has speech therapy.
She has a little bit of some structural issues with her mouth. She's working to increase her clarity in her speech and also some of her language, some of her word orders and things like that, so that way she has more clarity when she's speaking and talking to her friends and family.
Is Bailey gonna do speech with us today?
Yeah.
Okay, show me your S. Ooh, you remembered it right away. I like it. Zoe's amazing. She's so fun and she makes everything positive.
I see the soup.
Yep. What kind of soup?
OI does not give you a shortened life expectancy.
There's no cure for osteogenesis imperfecta. For now, I'm very grateful that there's at least treatments, because even 20 years ago, there wasn't as many.
Despite the challenges she faces, Zoe's parents are confident that her tenacity and charm will guarantee her a bright future.
I would not change Zoe. If I could take her OI back, I would never, ever take it back. In the future, I hope that Zoe has just as well of an opportunity as everybody else.